everybody and welcome back to Crochet with Mary in Vamos whilst living with Parkinson's, and I just thought I'd quickly introduce you to my friend Edward. And I made Edward for a lovely little boy, and Edward's going to be watching over the lesson this morning just to make sure that I do everything that I should do. So welcome Edward. Welcome back to the second video in the making of our Christmas mat, and I'm going to try get through this fairly quickly because we've already learnt to do our triple stitch and our chains, so we're going to really focus on following the pattern now. So our pattern's telling us to do 3 triple in our chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple in our chain 3 space, chain 2. And if you remember on our previous round, we did 3 triples, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 3, and we ended on our chain 2. So I'm going to start in there, and I'm going to start by doing 3 triples. And it's always to get going. I think the first stitch is always difficult, and then once you've got the first stitch on, it just seems to flow better. So that's 3 triples. And as I said before, if you want to keep a track of where you are, you can mark them off on the pattern. So 3 triples, and then I'm going to chain 2, and then in the next space, which is our chain 3 space, I'm going to do 3 triples, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then another 3 triples, so that's 3, chain 1, 3, and then as the pattern says, I'm here now, I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to keep going with that pattern around now. So I've done that, so I'm going to carry on with my chain 3, my 3 triple, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, chain 2, and I'll just do another set so that we can be sure that we've got that pattern. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, move to the next gap, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, triple, chain 2. So as you can see, that's what's going to happen as we go around. So 3 triple, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, chain 2, and so on. And if we're following our pattern, I'm going to meet you. I'm going to let you pause the video now, and I'll meet you at the end. And just, if you would like a copy of the pattern, if you just put a comment below in the video and your email address, I'm happy to send you a copy of the pattern. So I'll meet you back when I finish this row. So I've finished that round, and I finished that round on 3 triple, 1 chain 3 triple, and my pattern is telling me that I should have 6 sets of 3 triples, 6 sets of 3 triple, 1 chain 3 triple, 6 chain 1 and 12 chain 2 spaces. So just to make sure that we've got the right number, we can have a quick count. So here's my 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my 3 triples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that I've got the right number of stitches. Now I did mention about if you want a copy of the pattern to leave your email address. Now, just thinking that I know some people don't like to leave their email address in a public place, so what I'll do, I'll put my email address in the notes below the video, so if you do want one, just email me. Okay, so we're now on to round 6, and round 6 is telling us 3 triple in the chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 triple in the chain 1 space, chain 2, 3 triple in the chain 2 space, chain 2, 6 times. So in effect, we're going to just do 3 triple, chain 2 in every space around. So let's start. So I'm going to start with my first triple. And again, it is the first triple, I think, is always a little bit awkward to catch. That's what I find. But once I've done my first one, then it seems to go quite well. Let's just split a little bit. So let me take that round. And there we have our first 3 triple. And I'm going to chain 2. And the chaining 2 takes me across to my next gap. And I'm going to do 3 triple. If you are still struggling with your triples, then just go back to that first, to the lesson where we talked about how to do a triple. So I'm now on my chain 2, going to this chain 1 space, 3 triple, chain 2, three triple, and chain 2. And I'll just let you see how this pattern's looking now. As you can see, we're going to go all the way around doing 3 triples, chain 2s in our chain 2 spaces and between those sets of 3 triple, 1 chain, 3 triple. So I'm going to leave it there again, pause the video, and I'll meet you back when we finish this row. So I've come to the end of that round, and it is always important to count just to check that you've got the right amount, and I've checked mine. I should have 18 sets of 3 triple, and I have. So we're now going to join to the top of our very first triple, and because we're going to change our colour now, so I'm just going to snip that yarn, pull the yarn over and pull it through, and pull it through tight, and there we've finished our second set of colours. So it's looking quite nice, I think. So let's move on then, and we're going to change to our red, and we can start in any of these chain 2 spaces. So just pick any chain 2 space, and so I'm putting my yarn through, and I've got my double yarn, and I'm just going to slip it through to just to tighten that, and then make sure that my short end is out of the way. And the next part of the pattern is telling us we're going to 4 triple in each chain 2 space, and then chain 2. So a little bit different. So not 3 triples, but 4 in this row. So let's start. And this is how it makes your mat grow, is, and again, that first stitch always tries to be tricky. So yep, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 triples done. I'm now going to chain 2. And in my next space, I'm going to do 4 triples. Just take that one back because it's split a little bit. It's easy to just take your stitch back with crochet, which is, I think, a real positive. So if it doesn't look right, you can just pull it back. So, as you can see, the pattern is 4 triples in every space around with 2 chain in between. So, again, you can pause the video and I'll meet you back at the beginning. So that's my round 7 finished, and I should have 18 sets of 4 triples with 2 chains in between. So let's move on to round 8. And round 8 is we're going to do 3 triple, 2 chain in our first space, and then we're going to do 3 triple, 1 chain, 3 triple in the next space, and so on. So let me show you. Let's begin. So First of all, we're going to do our one, two, oops, that's split, so I'll just take that back. 2, 3. So that's my first stitch, 2 chain, and then I'm going to move across to my next 2 chain space, and I'm going to do 3 triple, chain 1, and another 3 triple. And I'm sure by now you're getting a hang of this pattern. So just need to do another one. So what we're doing, chain 2. So we're going to go around in each of our spaces, and we're going to do 3 triple, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, 3 triple, chain 2, 3 triple, chain 1, 3 triple, chain 2. And if we follow our pattern, we can see that that's what our pattern's telling us we're going to do. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'll meet you back round when we've finished this row. So this is our row 8 finished, and as you can see, I've got 9 3 triple, 1 chain, 3 triples, and 9 3 triples, and I think that's looking really nice. So we're going to go on to row 9, which is our final row of red for this section, and we're going to, in this row, 4 triple in each of our chain 1 spaces. So let's begin. So we're going to 4 triple, and again, two, 3, 4. So we're going to 4 triple in that chain space, yeah, and then we're going to chain 1. So we're going to then carry on in our next space, for triple, chain 1. We're then going to go into the middle of our 3 triple, 1 chain, 3 triple, and do our 4 triples, If you want to ask any questions about this pattern or you've got any feedback, then please put some comments below. So here we go. So again, this pattern's just going to repeat all the way around. 4 triples, chain 1 in every chain space. So let's have a look. So can you see how that's looking? So again, I'm going to leave it there and I'll meet you back at the beginning. So here we are, we've finished row 9, and because we're working in sets of 3, that's the last row of our red, and it's time to change back to green. And I've been, as I showed you in the first video about sewing in your ends, I've been sewing my ends in as I go along. So row 10 then. This is exciting. And row 10 is 4 triples and chain 2, 4 triples, chain 2. So 4 triples in each space that we've got. So let me begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, and 4 triples, chain 2, and 4 triples, and chain 2. And again, we'll look at our pattern. 4 triple, chain 2, and we're going to end up with 27 sets of 4 triples with 27 chain 2 spaces in between. So again, pause the video and I'll meet you back at the beginning. So that's our row 10 finished, and we're now going to move on to row 11. I have counted mine and I've got 27 sets of 4 triples with a 2 chain space in between. So I've checked that I'm correct, and I'm now going to move on to row 11. And row 11 is 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple in our chain 2 space, chain 2. So let me show you. So we're going to and again, let me try that again. It's we are. I've got my 2 on. It's always tricky, that first stitch. So that's 1, 2, chain 1, another 2 in there, it's just splitting a little bit, so I'm just going to do that again. Chain another triple, and then I'm going to chain 2, and that takes me over to my next space, and again do triple, chain 1, 2 triple, chain 2, move across, 2 triple, that's 1, 2, chain 1 and 2 triple. And chain 2. So, as you can see, this is our pattern now, going for our next round. So it's 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple, 2 chain. I am getting mixed up today with my triples and my chains, so I'll start again. It's 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple, 2 chain, 2 triple, chain 1, and now then, look, can you see? I've only done 1 triple there, so I'm going to take that back, which is really easy with crochet. Take it back, and it's always good to keep checking what you're doing, because it's easy to make a mistake, as you can see that I did. So it's my 2 triple, chain 2, 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple, chain 2. Right, let's have a look now. So 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple, 2 chain, 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple, 2 chain, 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triple. And that's our pattern as we go all along on this row. And again, I'll meet you back at the beginning. So here we are at the end of round 11, and I just wanted to remind you that if you want to keep a track of how many stitches you've done, then just you can just tick or mark the stitches as you go along, because that helps you. So we've now got 27 sets of 2 triple, chain 1, 2 triples, and a chain 2 space in between. So we're going to move on to row 12, and row 12 is 3 triple in each of the chain 2 spaces, chain 1 in and 3 triple in the chain 1 space. So that means that we are not doing any spaces in this round, we're just doing 3 triples in each of the spaces we did in the previous round. So let me show you. So let's start off and let's see if I can start off and get the 2 stitches on my hook, which I have. So that's 2, 2, 3, 'no chain space, so I'm just moving on to the chain 1 in the middle of my chain 2. Sorry, triple 2, chain 1, triple 2. So I'm going in the middle of there with my 3 triples. 1, 2, 3, and straight into the next space and do 3 triples. And into the chain 1 space, 3 triples. And after this row, we are going to end up with 54 sets of 3 triples. And this is our final row before we put our nice edging round it to finish the mat off. So if you do your 3 triples in every space, check that you've got 54 when you've finished, and I'll meet you back where we started. So here we are, and we're on our final row. So let's get started. So I've joined my yarn to one of the gaps between the 3 triples we've just done in our previous row, and in this space I'm going to do 5 triples. So 1, 2, 3, whoops, that's 3, 4, 5. And again, I don't know if I'm trying to go too fast. Maybe I am. And that's why I'm catching the yarn. But there we are. So I've got 5 triples in that chain 3 space. So now I'm going to move to the next space, and I'm going to just do a slip stitch into that space. So move on to the next space, and I'm going to do 5 triples. 1, 2, In the next space, do a slip stitch, which is yarn through and just pull it through. Then into the next space, again, do 5 triples. That's 1 done. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And 5. And slip stitch into the next space. Right, let's just have a look. So, can you see that we've now got a pattern forming, and we've got what we call shells. They look like shells going along the edge. So we're doing 5 triples, slip stitch, 5 triples, slip stitch, 5 triples, a slip stitch, and we're going to go all the way around, and I'm going to meet you back. So pause the video and I'll see you in a moment. So welcome back, and I hope that your mat is looking like mine, and I'm now on my final slip stitch, and then what I'm going to do now is join into that top of that very first triple that I did. So let me just find it. There it is. So slip in there, slip through, and then I'm going to cut my yarn. Just wrap it round my hook and pull it through, and pull it tight. And there is our finished mat. So I hope you agree with me that that looks very pretty, but we haven't quite finished yet, because what we need to do is tie in our ends and then block it, and I'm going to show you how to do that in our next video. So bye for now and see you soon.